For whatever reason, the video won't play. Hope there's not some issue going on. I am live, so what's the issue? I don't know what the issue is. Hold on, guys. I will timestamp for the archive. I believe people are able to watch now. So let me... That was bizarre. That's something that needs to get fixed. I don't know why StreamYard is doing that. Okay. We live now. All right? We live now. Hey guys, first of all, I want to make sure I thank everybody that supports the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to this channel, it's the first time you're running into the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. Hit that bell button so you're notified when D-Style Boxing goes on live. I have a podcast every Tuesday with co-host Chief Funky. Subscribe to Chief Funky Boxing as well. Tonight I'll be on Power Punchers with Calix. That's at Calix Boxing. I want to talk about Tyson Fury winning the 2021 ESPY Award for Fighter of the Year or as a boxer, right? Before I trash, let me tell you something. Before I trash ESPN, let me give them some credit. When MMA started to rise up, somewhere around the time that like Rampage knocked out Adele, for some reason that time stands out to me. What's going on, A-Rod? How's it going, brother? Hit the like button, brother. You guys hit the like. Let me know you're there. You know what I mean? Interact. Hit the like button. What they had as Fight of the Year was Boxer of the Year, of course. And then MMA became popular, so they started adding MMA fighters to the Fight of the Year category. And I always found this insulting to not just boxing, but to MMA as well, because it's two different sports. Right? And for years, others called them to separate the two categories. Why? Because, for God's sakes, they have Bowler of the Year. They have NASCAR Driver of the Year. They have Golfer of the Year, for God's sakes. They finally separated the two sports. So I want to give them props for that. It took them years to do it. The next step is to separate the genders. Right? They still have women fighters and male fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, that's bullshit. Let me just tell you that right now. They have tennis. The female tennis players are separated with the males. I think even darts, they probably have them separated. I don't know if they even have that, but it's all bullshit. Let me just say that. But most importantly, what they need to fix is stupid. Is what they need to fix. The nominees were Fury himself, Clarissa Shields. We had Canelo Alvarez. And I forget who the other fighter was. Skip my mind. I believe it was Teofimo Lopez. No, that's correct. Teofimo Lopez, Tyson Fury, Clarissa Shields, and Canelo. When Fury was announced the winner, all the outrage was put to the wrong people. Why is Clarissa Shields there? She's not the Fighter of the Year. I'll tell you what, she still fought. She did become undisputed in a weight class. Now, look, I'm the first one to point out the fact that, of course, it's different with the men and the women, and that's why I believe the categories should be separate with the genders. All right? But you're going to give bowlers awards. The awards I've seen are ridiculous, so you could give them to a female boxer. Now, at that point, of course, the debate will rage on, right? Oh, I think it should be Katie Taylor. Whatever it is, but let's get it right. Teofimo Lopez, what do you mean he's the Fighter of the Year? He didn't even fight in 2021. True. He fought in 2020, but in the same rolling year. They're not having these awards in December. They're having these awards mid-year. So that means everything from July 2020 to the end of June 2021, right? So okay, I could see Teofimo there. That was a big win. Just one fight, but still, at least he fought in the rolling year, right? And then there's Canelo. Canelo definitely fought Smith, a reigning WBA super champion, dominated him, took him to distance in December. What about 10 or 9 rounds in that fight? Easy, if not all of them. And then he fought Yildirim. For some people out there, like they act like Yildirim's the only dude Canelo fought because that's the only name they bring up. You know what I mean? That was a tune-up, ladies and gentlemen. It was also mandatory, but it was a tune-up. Then he fought Billy Joe Saunders. It's okay. It's debatable whether he's a fight of the year or not, but nonetheless. Now, Tyson Fury. Oh, but D-Style, because you just don't like Tyson Fury, D-Style. You just don't like the guy. You're unfair. D-Style? You've never liked him. Tyson Fury has not fought in 2021. Oh, but D-Style, you just said that it goes all the way back to July of 2020. True. One rolling year. So you count the months for me. You count the months for me. Tyson Fury hasn't fought since February of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, Tyson Fury has not fought since February of 2020. Are you fucking shitting me right now? How the hell is this dude going to win an award where he didn't even fight in the last rolling year? How's he going to win an award? How the hell is this dude going to win an award when he hasn't fought in the last 12 months? Bro, he don't even qualify for a nomination. So how does someone who doesn't qualify for nomination win the award? Now, I see some people in the chat. Shout out to Chief Funky JC. D Nice. I appreciate the feedback. A-Rod. Glad the mic sounds good. Puerto Rican Rum. Brongon 1. Pearls. Fight of the Year thus far. Josh Taylor. Rum PMC. Because there's only one Tyson Fury. There is. So you're telling me right now that he wins your Fight of the Year award? And then Tyson Fury has the gall. He has the audacity to show his face on camera and thank ESPN and everybody that voted for him for Fighter of the Year. When there's fighters that actually fought this rolling year. This is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. It shows the incompetence of the biggest sports network and its incompetence towards boxing especially. I've heard basketball fans say those dudes don't know shit about basketball. I'm not a basketball expert. I cannot comment on that. I'm not an expert on bowling, and they have a female and male, bowler of the year, but they can't have a female fighter of the year. MMA and boxing, two worldwide sports, had to share an award for all those years. So you've been insulting the sport for a while, but now you're insulting my intelligence. Like, are you fucking shitting me? What do you mean he's a fight of the year? I mean, it's bad enough that you were going on tour for 2 of his tune-ups, presenting them as like he is the heavyweight champion of the world. He's a lineal champion of the world. Okay, while he defended some imaginary belt. That's already bad enough. It's already bad enough that the world didn't know there was an undisputed bout between two fighters who fought the right opponents, collected the right belts. You didn't do any promotion for it. It's bad enough that you put out mid-year awards and they're very biased towards your network, and I get it. But my God, can you try a little harder? So I'm not going to direct, people saying, oh, why is Clarissa Shields there? Why is Teofimo there? Why is Canelo there? I do believe Canelo should at least be nominated. There's no doubt about that. In 5 months, dude collected 3 of the 4 belts, and he's trying to get another one. Plant. That's another story. But what I want to know is how the hell is dude going to win this award? How is he even, but they voted on it, whatever they did. Yeah, he shouldn't even been on it. Where's Josh Taylor? Why isn't Josh Taylor became undisputed? He doesn't even get a nomination? Is that what you're telling me? Maybe they confused Josh Taylor with Tyson Fury. Maybe they think it was Tyson Fury that did undisputed. Tyson Fury can't even win a fight, against getting COVID. How's he going to get fight of the year? What's going on, Andre? How's it going? Mr. Pound for Pound, how's it going? This is absolutely ridiculous, guys. This shows how much they really don't give a fuck. They were just like, hey, just give me some names for some fighters, man. Let me write them down right here. The Fury fight, just put them there. Just put them. You have a team, and I don't see them speaking out on it, bro. Can you explain to me how this even happens and why we as boxing fans should respect your network? Can you explain to me? Now, we already don't respect the network. There's nothing prestigious about an ESPY, obviously, from what I see. Nothing to brag about. Nothing to really put on your trophy case. For what? Dude didn't even fight. And the motherfucker, are you shitting me? He won the award, bro. This is how all the conspiracy theories start. Okay? This is why. This is why people say things like, I listen to new media. Because old media like ESPN give awards to Tyson Fury when he didn't even fight, right? So they go over there and they get brainwashed by the boxing egos and the Dante Boxing Nations and all this other shit because it starts with shit like this. Okay? Some dumb idiot, keeps putting a 0 when there should be 2 L's for fucking Lomachenko, and it starts with shit like this. Motherfuckers be going over the top for tune-up fights of Tyson Fury, all right? And it starts with shit like this. It's pathetic. That's what it is. It's pathetic. Where the fuck is Stephen A. Smith? Like, I know the dude's a casual as fuck. He don't know his boxing. But I'm pretty sure Stephen A. Smith knows the last time Tyson Fury fought. Bro, anybody, all you got to do is go to BoxRec and check if the dude even fought, bro. Any boxing panel here on YouTube, I don't care if it's an impromptu one. If Blood Boxing starts a stream right now and throws a link out and gets people on and just asks them, and who do you think is a fighter of the year? If one dude says Tyson Fury, everyone's going to laugh and say good one. No, for real. Tyson Fury, he's a fighter of the year. How the fuck is he? He hasn't even fought, bro. This is a joke. This is pathetic. Hit my like button. All right, hit my like button, guys. Hit that bell button so you're notified. YouTube playing games. Hit that like button and hit the bell button. Hit all to be notified. Plus, I got a nice mic now. You know what I mean? The nice mic means you got to tune in a little longer for me. You know what I mean? I would have taken Josh Taylor. I mean, that's a good argument right there. Teofimo, it's still within the rolling year. A big win over Loma. You could put that right there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fighters you could put in. Katie Taylor, you could have put her. You know what I mean? If you should have a proper, I don't mind Clarissa Shields there at all. She won an undisputed belt. I mean, I understand all the politics behind it. Hannah Gabriel was stripped of her belt. I get all that. Don't get me wrong, but that's boxing. But boxing's an ugly business. All right? Donaire's there. Absolutely Donaire's there. This is pathetic, dude. Now, I don't want to hear one person tell me, Batista, why do you care? Because it's stupid. And I want to talk about it. That's why. All right? That's why. Because at the end of the day, this shows us how little respect this network, ESPN, has towards the sport of boxing. All right? They must think we're a bunch of gullible idiots. I think they think that. I think they think boxing fans are morons because they believe, we can get away with this. Shout out to Mr. Pound for Pound, Fight Corner in the building. Coco the Boxing Don, Brown Gone 1. How's it going? For those that just came in, Tyson Fury just put out a YouTube video, or not. I don't know what other social media platforms, but I saw it on Twitter, and he was like thanking everybody for his ESPY award, of winning Fighter of the Year. Motherfucker can't even beat not getting COVID, but he's winning Fighter of the Year right now. All right. Motherfucker can't even be responsible because there was an all-out outbreak in the dude's camp, bro. An outbreak. There was an outbreak in the camp. This is not just a normal shit. And we got Glacier coming out saying, "Oh, he's asymptomatic. He don't have any symptoms." And Aram on Beeb, check out Joe Beeb on Ringside Reporter. He has the interview there. Aram saying he does have symptoms. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of different stories out here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hearing a lot of different shit. But we're going to reward this dude for irresponsible being. He hasn't even fought, so he shouldn't even be nominated. That's number one. Number two, he wins the shit after this fucking postponement. Tyson postponement Fury. He's postponing shit all the time. Just saying. I'm just saying. Dumb shit like this is why we have a lot of people saying dumb shit too. Okay? Who can trust ESPN for boxing coverage with shit like this? Can somebody explain to me why the national leader in sports, who actually broadcasted the Josh Taylor fight, right, for Undisputed with Jose Ramirez, and somebody explained to me how they have no idea that Josh Taylor even exists. Can somebody explain to me? Can somebody explain to me? What's going on, Derek Wallace? He says, I started following D-Style after he bodied Ness. Well, Ness is going around claiming victory, but I'll say this about Ness. He allowed me to come on his platform and speak uninterrupted and give my viewpoint. And that's what boxing conversation should be all about. That's what I can't say. He was dead wrong about Tank being don't get me wrong, he was dead wrong about it. That's why I was arguing the point. But I appreciate you being here, brother. That's what it's all about, D, because you couldn't be a fan, but you got to call a dude out when you need to call a dude out. Right? I can't give this dude a pass because we're angry at Wilder fans for all the accusations, right? Like, if I'm talking about Fury, I've done plenty of videos giving my opinion on Glovegate, trying to debunk it to people, explain to them that I don't think he cheated, but that's not the topic. But somehow people want to make it the topic. Somehow we want to turn it around and make it about Wilder when we're not talking about Wilder right now. We're talking about Fury. And the reason I'm saying that is because people want to deflect. Right? Well, what about what Wilder said? Okay, well, when Wilder said it, I addressed it. Until Wilder says something else, I will then address what Wilder said. And at that point, if somebody says, well, what about what Fury said? I'm going to tell them the same thing. I'm going to keep deferring. I'm going to keep saying, well, I'm talking about X, Y, and Z at the moment. I'm not talking about, another letter that happened before that. You're over here wanting to talk about the letter H. I'm on X, Y, and Z. So we can't, I can't let this shit off the hook now. Why is this dude getting reward? Like, just think about it. Now, I understand, like, before somebody takes what I'm saying out of context, okay? I'm not saying that the dude tested positive and then they made a concerted effort to give him the award, right? That's not what I'm saying. Okay, I'm not saying there's a correlation or a causation, anything like that. All I am saying is that it's ironic and it's bullshit that this dude still gets, this award, and he has to go to show his face on camera and accept it like if he did anything. This is pathetic, bro. This is pathetic. Oh, but what about what Wilder said? Look at what he said about Breland. I've already talked about what he said about Breland. I've already addressed that, right? Oh, but Wilder. No, look. If I'm saying right now, I think Tyson Fury is showing a pattern of behavior. I'm going to point out the pattern of behavior. Oh, no, but D-Style, this time the wolf was real, D-Style. D-Style, the wolf. He's really out. I know he was crying wolf a lot, but bro, this time the wolf was out there, brother. The wolf was out there, brother. Open the door. Let Fury in. Give that dude some sanctuary, D-Style. Please give him sanctuary. There's no sanctuary for Tyson Fury here. None. In fact, there's no sanctuary for any fighters on D-Style Boxing. There's no sanctuary for any fighters on HCP. Period. Everyone gets the same fucking treatment around here. But best believe. What's going on? HLD in the building. Great Drank. That's right. He is the fighter of the year, brother. Coco the Don. Now, many of you should be familiar with The Boy That Cried Wolf. I feel like that story should have been read to Tyson Fury when he was a kid. And maybe right now, all this wouldn't be that big of a deal. That's what I feel. I'm not gonna bust out with a book, guys. I'm not gonna bust out right now and read The Boy That Cried Wolf, even though there's some people that are gonna say do it. Like, I'm not gonna do it. You should do it yourselves. Okay? But there's another story, all right? About a big bad wolf that huffed and puffed, okay, and kept tearing houses down, all right? D-Style Boxing is the brick house. Do you understand? Like, you need to understand that right now. Plus, the dude's lungs, according to Aram, I mean, he has symptoms. So, with that COVID shit, I don't know if he's going to be able to, bring down the house made out of hay. All right? HLD, I understand, but that's why he shouldn't even have been there. You know what I mean? The way the ESPY should be done, just, bro, you get you get the professional writers that you have that do this for a living. You get them to nominate, okay? And if you want to do fan voting, fine. Okay, but what I believe they should do, dude, casual fans suck at voting for best athletes. It becomes a popularity contest, which is not what Fight of the Year should be. Okay? You get their peers. Get their peers. Get professional fighters to vote for the award. Basketball, get basketball players and coaches to vote. The same with the NFL, tennis, all that. Oh, but we want the fans to vote. Bullshit. That's why Mayweather always won the award. I think only Mayweather and Pacquiao won that shit for years. Like Ronda Rousey won it one time. It was a popularity contest, brother. That's what it was. What's going on to Black and Brown Boxing? Make sure you guys subscribe to Black and Brown Boxing. Guido in the building. Hashtag HCP, everybody. Hispanics causing panic. Make sure you guys check out yesterday's show if you haven't. It's on the archive. You know what I mean? People on Twitter hitting me up saying, hey, I've been listening to that shit in the gym. You know what I mean? Good shit. Shout out to everybody. Also available on audio, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, all that good stuff. Look. Tyson Fury being Fight of the Year is bullshit, and it speaks to Don't look at the micro here. Look at the macro. Look at the big picture. What does it say about the state of boxing and mainstream media? Like, they don't think anything. And that's actually worse than having a negative feeling towards the sport. You know what I mean? Like, they literally just throw a bunch of fighters in there. Oh, they just throw Tyson Fury in there. And then let's do the vote. Bullshit. Bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Bullshit. And I don't want to hear, oh, because of the pandemic. Okay, all these other fighters, like, the pandemic didn't just exist in Tyson Fury's universe. The pandemic existed for everybody, right? The pandemic existed for everybody now. I'm just saying. I just want to know, all right? I just want to know is how the hell is ESPN going to do this with a straight face? That's the other thing. They tweeted it out and everything like it's totally legit. Well, here's what I think. Fuck the ESPYs. Fuck it as an organization. Fuck the ESPYs as all that shit. And if you're down with the ESPYs, then fuck you too. That's just how I feel about it. Like, if you think that's some legit shit, no. Of course you're going to get shredded for naming somebody that didn't even fight the fight of the year. Of course it makes everything look bad. It does. I'm not 100% familiar with who all the writers in ESPN are, but I'm not even sure. Like, hiring Coppinger, a dude that's been capping Coppinger, right? It's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is crazy, guys. This is just crazy. Hey, Pearls, I appreciate that, brother. Saludos from Oxnard. Speaking truth, these styles. Keep up the good work, Chief Funky Puro Pinchi Dodgers. Absolutely, man. I appreciate the support, brother. Everybody subscribe to G Funky Boxing. You know, he reached 916 subs. I was like, bro, you should just freeze it. That's perfect. Like 916, Sacramento, stand up. But I understand he needs to keep moving up, so it's all good. I hope he took a screenshot. I hope you took a screenshot. Or if not, then you're not really from there, G Funky. Candidates are selected by the ESPY Select Nominating Committee, says HLD. Don't know who they are. Who the fuck sat down and said, yeah, totally, Tyson Fury, when all you got to do is go to BoxRec and check the fucking date? Can somebody explain that to me? Can somebody explain that to me, please? This bullshit. Black season ability. These style you giving Castano a chance or what? 50-50 fight. I wouldn't say 50-50. I say 60-40. Favoring Jamal, but 40% is still pretty solid. So Castano's in the fight. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Don't cry for me, Argentina. But that's just not... I'm hoping he wins. Don't get me wrong. I'm hoping he pulls it off. But I got to go with my brain. My brain tells me Jamal. But Castano's in the fight. Don't make no mistake about that. I give him about a 40% chance to win. Should be a good fight. So you hire Coppinger, then you take that baggage with you. Now, I don't want to hear anybody give Coppinger a pass, bro. I don't want to hear Coppinger just reports what they tell him. Okay, so if I call Coppinger right now and tell him some bullshit, he's going to go report it? No, there's a such thing as, one, you do have to use your intuition to a certain degree, right? But you still got to ask the right questions. You still have to make sure that this source is reliable. And if they keep giving you bad information, then you cut ties with that source. The source is no good. All right? Like, that's the way it is. Of course, I understand why sources are kept secret. Don't get me wrong now. All right? You can't give away stuff that people gave you in confidence, but you better hope you're right about it. That's what I'll say about that. We also talked about the fight yesterday on HCP. You guys can check out the replay. Make sure you tune in tonight. Calix Boxing. All right, make sure you guys do that. All right. We also have the Women Crushing It Wednesday on In the Ring with Christine. Make sure you guys subscribe to In the Ring with Christine. All right. Just make sure you guys do that, man. Let me tell you guys something. It'll be tonight. Women Crushing It Wednesday, In the Ring with Christine. And then that's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then, of course, Power Punch with myself and Calix. All right. My half Honduran brother, Calix Boxing. Shout out to him. All right. And we'll be on his channel. We're going to talk Belts Gone Wild. We're going to talk this Manny Pacquiao thing. And, of course, we got to talk Castano, Argentina stand-up versus Jermel Charlo, Texas stand-up. I'm in a win-win. You know, either a Texan or Latino wins. I'm in a win-win, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Life is good. J. Desi 4, explain me in 200 characters or less how Gervonta Davis is not a pay-per-view star. I don't even need that many, brother. I don't even need that many. But I have that debate, part of that debate with Ness on my channel. You guys can check that out. Hey, I just wanted to come on and rant about this, guys. Bring it to, I know a lot of you guys don't follow ESPN. Maybe some of you didn't know about it. But this is bullshit. It shows how little ESPN gives a fuck about boxing. Well, it's one of the few categories that is not separated by genders like other sports are. All right. You know what? Let me pull it up. Let me pull this shit up really quick. SP 2021 winners. How about we do that, right? You guys mind if we do that or what? We're going to pull up the winners here. I'm going to go over it for you guys. Best team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Best championship moment, Los Angeles Dodgers win the World Series. Best athlete in men's sports, Tom Brady. Best coach, Tara Van Der Veer. This is an award, but best WWE moment. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair make history as the first black women's main event to WrestleMania. Okay, WWE, ladies and gentlemen, is on here. Okay. Best college athlete, women's sports. They have a best championship performance, best play, best game, best breakthrough, best athlete, best record breaking performance. They have best NFL player, best MLB player, best NBA player, best NHL player. They have a best WNBA player. Right? They have a best athlete in men's golf, and they have a best athlete in women's golf. Best international athlete. They have an award for that. Okay. Best driver. Best MLS player. Best MLS player. Best international athletes in men, for men as well, by the way. Best boxer, Tyson Fury. Best MMA fighter, Khabib. There's no women's and no men's for MMA or boxing. It's the only sport where they do that. Okay? Best male tennis athlete, best women's tennis athlete, best men's action sports, best women's action sports. A snowboarder. Snowboarders have their own damn category, but women's boxers don't. Women MMA fighters don't. Saying. Take it for what it's worth. Take it for what it's worth. For what it's worth. So, the verdict here is that we cannot take anything ESPN says seriously. We cannot, like, we as the hardcore boxing fans need to take the mantle. We as the hardcore boxing fans need to be the voice of the hardcore boxing fan. We need to keep grinding. We need to keep pushing. We need to put the voice out there. We just have to. Like, I'm just saying, because this is ESPN ain't gonna do it. Mainstream media ain't gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. So that's all I got to say about that. You know what I mean? So can somebody explain to me why not only do they just have one category for boxing, that male and females have to share the nominations, but then you add a fighter that didn't even fight this rolling year? This is pathetic. Whoever this committee is obviously doesn't even watch boxing. They don't even watch the sport. They just threw the name out there because he's the heavyweight champion and he's on ESPN. That's really all the thinking they needed. That's the only thinking they did. So, hey, I'll catch you guys tonight on Power Punchers on Calix Boxing. Just to kind of give a rundown of the whole schedule, guys. Give you an idea. On Mondays, we do have Monday Night Uncensored on G Funky Boxing. We go over the aftermath of the weekend, and we touch on a lot of the stuff that happened, because a lot happens the whole weekend. You know, you guys can jump on as well and talk to us that day. Right before that, we have Mano a Mano on Maestro A, or Maestro A. For those that don't speak Spanish, is Maestro A. Go subscribe to his channel. Great show with him and Kenny. Great stuff. Out from the Bronx in New York. And then Tuesday is the podcast. HCP podcast. Followed by, Al Chile with A-Rod. Wednesdays, Women's Crushing is Wednesday, as I mentioned earlier, on In the Ring with Christine. Followed by Power Punches on Calix. And we usually have the round table. I just got a word from Ness that there's going to be no boxing voice, where we were going to go make an appearance. So we may do the round table. I got to talk to the guys, though. And if I can't do the round table, I'll probably do a live anyway. But I'll be live tomorrow at some point. All right. This is D-Style Boxing. I want to thank everybody, man, for commenting, engaging, hitting the like button, and hitting subscribe if you like the content. And also that notification. Make sure it hits all. That way you're notified every time D-Style Boxing goes on live. That's all. Shout out, everybody. I appreciate you guys.